I'm Mara Moser. We begin this week's Catholic Current with remembrance as we approach the anniversary of the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Bishop David Malloy, chairman of the Committee on International Justice and Peace, issued a statement in support of nuclear arms control, saying, "We must remain vigilant, never to lose sight of the extraordinary dangers these weapons pose to humanity. In our efforts to support arms control, we must always be attentive to the differences between just and unjust considerations of statecraft." Earlier this year, Pope Francis wrote to the Bishop of Hiroshima, recalling his 2019 visit to Japan. He said that the use of atomic energy for purposes of war is today, more than ever, a crime not only against the dignity of human beings, but against any possible future of our common home. Bishop Malloy called on the Catholic faithful and people of goodwill to pray for arms control and that leaders of nations will work for peace. You can read the full statement on the USCCB website at usccb.org. At the Sunday Angelus last weekend, Pope Francis recognized International Friendship Day and the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons.
Today we observe 2 World Days declared by the UN. International Friendship Day and the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. The first promotes friendship between peoples and cultures. The second combats the crime that turns people into commodities. Trafficking is a terrible reality affecting too many people. Children, women, workers, and so many other exploited people, all living in inhuman conditions and suffering indifference and rejection by society.
Lo scarto da parte della società. C'è tanta tratta nel mondo.
There is so much trafficking in the world today.
Dio benedica quanti si impegnano.
God bless those who work to fight against trafficking.
You can learn more about USCCB's anti-trafficking program on our website at usccb.org. Young people from all over the world have arrived in Lisbon, Portugal to celebrate World Youth Day with Pope Francis. The celebration began on August 1st and will end later this weekend on August 6th.
World Youth Day kicked off in Lisbon, Portugal, August 1st, with thousands of pilgrims pouring into the city from all over the world. Traveling often in parish groups, they sang songs, played instruments, and waved flags as they explored the city in the morning and trekked to the opening Mass in the afternoon.
Going and meeting so many different Catholic people is it just is so inspiring, and it just makes you feel so good about being Catholic.
I think it's amazing how God moves mountains, how God loves us all, and how all the youth moves and is happy and is powerful. It's all because of Him.
U.S. bishops also had a special tour of the historic center of Lisbon in the morning. They said they were struck by the enthusiasm of the young crowds.
We're walking, a bunch of bishops, we're walking up the street, and people immediately recognize our crosses, our pectoral crosses, I guess our rings, whatever, and know we're bishops, and just say, "Hey, bishops!" So just the excitement of just that, making that connection. And that's the beauty of Catholicism, the universality of our faith, no matter what language, no matter what culture, what ethnicity, that we celebrate with this one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. And it really brings that to life in such a down-to-earth way.
Bon dia! I'm here at World Youth Day in Lisbon at the Youth Festival, the Vocations Fair, and the City of Joy, and you're watching Catholic Current.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Catholic Current. You can find out more about any of this week's topics by visiting us online at usccb.org or follow us on social media at USCCB. I'm Mara Moser. See you next week.